Hey students, in our last video we talked about the basic rules of exponents, the product rule, the quotient rule and power of a power rule. In this video we are going to work on next rules of exponents. The first one is power of product, that means xy raised to a. This is also called common power rule because the two members inside the parenthesis x and y have the common power a, and this power gets distributed to each element inside the parenthesis, x raised to a times y raised to a. So this power a gets distributed to each member x and y. Next is power of quotient. If it is a quotient x over y raised to a, again you can say the power get distributed to the top as well as to the bottom, to the numerator as well as to the denominator. Next is negative exponent rule. We make some space here. Negative exponent rule is if any number or variable has a negative exponent, negative k, then to make it positive we move it to the bottom, we move it to the denominator, so it becomes 1 over x raised to k. To make any exponent positive we move it to the bottom. Next one and very important rule is the zero exponent rule, which means anything raised to power 0 is always 1. Anything means anything, whether it is a very small number, whether it is a 2 raised to 0, it's 1, whether it is a very huge number, it's, say this is 1000 raised to 0, this is also 1, or whether it is any variable xy raised to 0, that is also equals to 1. Okay, so let's work on some examples based on these rules to understand them better. The first one, power of product. Say we have x square y raised to 3. So this power 3 get distributed to each member inside the parenthesis. 3 get distributed to x square as well as to y, and then we simplify them further. For this part, we are going to use the power of a power rule. So these powers get multiplied. 2 times 3 becomes 6. So it's x raised to 6 times y cubed. Next example, for the power of quotient. For this rule, the power gets distributed to the numerator. So 3 get distributed to x square as well as to the denominator y. And then we apply the power of a power rule for the top, which is x raised to 2 times 3 is 6 over y cubed. You must be remember from our last video that whenever there is a power inside parenthesis and outside as well, here the one power 2 is inside parenthesis, other one is outside parenthesis. This is called power of a power, and we always multiply those powers. Next is negative exponent rule. For example, we have x raised to negative 4 and it can be written using the positive exponents as 1 over x to the 4. To make the powers positive, we move them to the bottom, to the denominator. Because in most of the problem, it want the answer to be written as using positive exponents. So this rule is used in those cases when it want the answer written in positive exponents only. Next one is zero exponent rule. Okay, say we have a very large expression inside parentheses. It's say 10x square y raised to 0. So no matter what it is there inside the parenthesis, whether it is a huge number or a small number or a complex expression, if the power is 0, then it's going to be the 1, just 1. Don't need to think much about this. If the power is 0, the whole power outside parenthesis, if the whole power is 0, that means this all is going to become 1. I hope you understood those examples, and in our next video we are going to work on some more complex expressions, simplifying the complex expressions, where we'll use all these rules of exponents which we talked about in both our last videos. So stay tuned to watch our next video. Bye bye.